I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Deep for the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching her, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he leave the know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mouth before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Topped out like I vanished. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Beats and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Second down at 7. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That third down conversion good for 23.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. On play action, Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Beats use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second and 11. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Beats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throws right side, and that's complete. The 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown from 17 yards out. And the Beats have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dreadnoughts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Fields on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Beats take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 55 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Second and 4. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This a 31-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Cole Hardman. He will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Slot man moves right.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off play action, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Dreadnoughts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember the dribbler, draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Fields now to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Keanu Neal, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for the touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And my goodness, another interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Brooklyn, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for San Antonio,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up the scoring them, boy. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored